Dear younger me, I had it all worked out that I was gonna go through the whole process of the garden and everything, but the truth of the matter is my wife. I'm gonna talk to you about Lorella. And she's the biggest asset I have here on the homestead. I'm gonna tell my younger self that when you meet Lorella, the garden will be good marrying for a couple years. Not to do that third year, because everything that you have will go to waste. The corn will dry on the stalks. The fruits and veggies will rot on the vine. Because by the time you get back, after the story I tell you, it'll all be gone, every bit of it. When I went and got with Lorella, we lived together in the marrying house for a couple years until her health really deteriorated. Things were good, and then things were bad, and she continually got sicker and sicker. And I don't want to tell my younger self what to do. In fact, I'm going to tell my younger self to not change a thing in the way of Lorella. She'd get very sick. She'll get very sick. And she'll go for months and months eating tomato soup and teas and liquids. And younger self, don't be scared, you know. Finally it'll be time for surgery, and she'll be happy for it. She'll say she wants it so bad. It'll get to a point where she will ball up in a little ball, and she'd ask you to kill her. And it isn't one of these, oh God, please kill me things. It's seriously, I'm ready to check out. I'm ready to go home. And just don't let it scare you. Just be there for her and comfort her. That's all you can do. But when the time comes, you'll take her to that surgery room with her mother and father, and you'll wait. And then you'll get the word that everything went well, and that they found a couple of large knots in her guts, and they had removed them and everything as well. And she'll stay in the hospital for a couple days, 4 days or so, and then they'll release her. And younger self, don't be scared. You'll go home. You'll take her home to you, to the place in Weaverville there. And about a couple days later, things will take a turn for the worst. And she'll get sick. An infection will set in, and you'll be back to Duke University again for another round. You'll get scared, and you'll live there. You'll live in the waiting room by night for a month. And you'll sleep in the hotel room by day for a month. And you'll be by her side when you can. And you'll see her health deteriorate. It'll just deteriorate, and she'll be skinny as a rail. Just skinny as a rail, with a high fever. And you'll catch the pneumothorax that is forming from the surgery. Stuff that the nurses wouldn't catch. You'd notice her O2 meter dropping every time she took her mask off. And you'll make the nurses aware of it. And they'll take care of her the best they can. But things will get bad. And they'll put her under, and they'll put her in a coma state. But don't let it scare you. She is the biggest asset you have to this homestead. Have faith in God. And when all this is going on, you'll get a call from your cousin, saying that you can't find Lazarus, our little crippled Pomeranian, that he had made his getaway, and the door had not latched. And you'll ponder on it for a week, and you'll have a vision And the vision is that you'll be looking out your window and Marion. And you'll reach your arms out, just as real as can be. You'll reach your arms out and pick him up. Say, Lazarus. And it was so real. But as time goes by, you wait and wait. Finally, they'll let her out of the coma. And she'll be skinny. And her eyes will be sunk in. And she'll sit up with a whisper and water pouring out of her side from where they had drained the liquid off of her lungs. And she'll try and sit up, and with a whisper she'll say, my God, my God. And nobody in the room would probably know what she was talking about, but I knew what she was talking about. She was talking about my God can do anything. Even in the face of death. You got to see that, and it was amazing. It was the most amazing thing to me, and scary. The whole experience was the most amazing and horrifying experience you'll ever have in your life. So younger me, just keep going on and carrying on with it. You'll eventually get her out, and you'll take her home, and it'll be a long struggle to try and get her weight back up and get her healthy again. It'll be years, but don't let that scare you. Now, as for the dream for Lazarus, while my wife was in recovery, just be persistent. Drive around, call for Lazarus, look for Lazarus. You'll do it for about a week, and after that week's done, finally you'll have a tip that the neighbor 2 doors down, that their landlord had taken the dog. Had taken your dog. That was her baby. And you won't tell Lorella what happened. And you'll rely on your training. And you'll take your risks, and God will be by your side. That you will do a midnight raid. And you will drive halfway across that town. And like a cat, you'll swoop in and nab him up even before Lazarus knows what happened. He'll be skinny, he'll be dirty. But after you clean him up, you'll bring him to your sick wife, and she'll be so happy she'll notice he's skinny and sick. But it'll leave you with the feeling of a horrible dream that, when it was all said and done, was just something that you wouldn't mind going back and doing it again, because it made you feel alive and it made you feel great. But things are scary, and I don't want you to be scared, younger me. Everything here on the homestead is as it should be. So I'm telling you, younger me, to don't change anything about yourself and your relationship with Lorella. That you love her and she will love you. She'll be there for you and she'll comfort you. She'll help you through your depression. She is the perfect example of what a wife should be. So in short, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change a thing. You wouldn't be the man you are today if it wasn't for her and for the experiences that you saw. You saw the glory of God being expressed through the sickest and broken of anybody that I can think of. And it's happened over and over and over through your experiences. Don't give it up for anything. Never, ever do it. She'll always be there for you. She loves you. She'll love you unconditionally. Younger me, don't ever give up on her. Ever. And for all those that are watching today, I'm sorry this probably wasn't the typical video that you were looking for. But in life, things are never the way you think they will be. And things will change from day to day, guys. God could pick you up or humble you in a matter of no time. And I thank Him for every day that I have with her. And I hope you tell your loved ones that you love them. Don't ever not let that go by or time go by. I thank you for all of you guys watching. And I hope this video has moved you. I was gonna write it down in hopes that I wouldn't cry in this video, because it was one of the scariest and most amazing things that I think I've ever experienced in my life. And I don't know what y'all have ever been through, but I want you to know that He's always by your side. He's watching out for you. And He'll always take care of you. You just gotta have faith, guys. Things are the way they are because He wants them to be. One more thing, dear younger me. One Wednesday night, you'll be sitting in your living room here in Weaverville, North Carolina. And you'll be having Bible discussions with your wife. And she'll say, "Oh, I don't know, I've never taught you anything. That, you taught me guitar, and you taught me how to paint and how to garden and all these things." But the truth is, she has taught you something. You've seen the glory of God in her, and you've seen the strength in her. And she's made you a better person because of it. You're a better person now than when you'd ever be otherwise. You'd be living a hermit's life. And that's no life. That's no life. She's taught you more about yourself than you think. She's made you a better person. And I hope you have somebody in your life that makes you a better person than who you are. So younger me, don't fret. I don't want you to be scared. Have faith that everything will be fine. Tell your wife you love her, and be with her forever. Thank you.